Is there time for love?
There is time for love. I'm thinking banana of love. We take rock of love to a whole new level. Now, think about this. We got Bret's brew. We could have Bret's banana bread right there. A little Bret's. That's why I love you both. Right there.
How are you doing? How are you holding up?
Honestly, first of all, I want to say to you, as we're just getting started, I hope both of you are safe and healthy, to you, your friends, your family, everybody. And here's how I've done it. First of all, to everyone out there, I want to say to everyone on the front line, all of our first responders, doctors, nurses, the drivers, the restaurant employees, everyone keeping us rocking and stocking up the grocery stores. You really realize how thankful we are for everything they do, putting themselves at risk. And for me, myself, just keeping totally positive. And this is what I mean. For a lot of people mentally staying positive and in the game. And then all of a sudden that helps you physically, spiritually. And I'm in the highest risk category as a diabetic. So I'm a lifelong diabetic, 5 injections a day since I've been a kid. So just staying safe with my family and kids and everybody and following the guidelines.
So where exactly are you? And by the way, are you in a music room? Can you kind of paint us the picture?
Yeah, so you know, in the background, this is part of the studio room in at the ranch in Arizona. And I go back and forth between Los Angeles and here. It gives me some room to go out there and have some fun and rip it up, but not getting sick.
Are you with your kids? Who are you holed up with?
Yeah, kids. And then I travel like boy in the bubble. I get in the car, that's it. And other than the masking and about 8 pairs of gloves for the gas pump, that's it.
And you said you're on the ranch. Is there anything specifically you're doing to help pass the time? Any new hobbies you've gotten into?
Absolutely. I built a full-on motocross track. So I've been racing dirt bikes since I was a kid. I did it Pro-Am when I was young. So I still do that. I've got the go-karts. I painted my whole sport court. I never realized what a hoarder I was. So I started pulling everything out. It's given me a true opportunity to be grateful, to focus on family, and to actually clean up a little bit.
How is this global pandemic affecting your career?
I'm the kind of guy, I like being on the move. And I tour almost year round. I love it. Besides doing the solo tour dates, Poison was going out on the road with Def Leppard and Motley Crue and Joan Jett for all the stadiums. And they were everything was sold out. As a musician, it affects your spirit, because that's what we love to do. We love to go out there and play music and have a great time with the fans, all the meet and greets, everything. So without a doubt, that is tough. And when these guidelines finally come and this comes to pass, and it's the right time, I cannot wait to get back out on the road and play music.
Rock and roll superstar and icon, over 40 million records sold.
You definitely pleased the fans last night being unmasked as the Banana. You're music royalty. You have your pick of whatever you want to do. What made you join The Masked Singer?
Couple reasons. It's when I'm watching it as a fan and as a viewer, it's positive. You know, everybody on there is having fun. The viewers are having fun. The fans are having fun. Social media, we all get to play amateur detective. You know, so we're all in there looking at arm size, height, shoe size, leg size. So you're mixing that and then the insane costumes. And I'll tell you what, I was honored when they asked me to come do it. I was in the middle of touring and I said, we're just gonna have to move and fix some stuff. And I said, if you'll let me pick out a costume, give me a couple options, I know what I'd like to do. I am in there and I'll give 1,000%.
What were the runner-up costumes? What were you deciding between?
Crazy Predator, Rasta, you know, so I could be whipping it around and having a great time. And so Crazy Predator sort of look. Okay. And then all of a sudden it hit me. I thought if I make a couple moves and love to sing maybe some AC/DC or come out singing some Aerosmith or something like that, I'm like, they're gonna get me right away. So as a diabetic, there's a couple reasons. A banana is, thank you. You have the bandana banana right there.
And we baked for you as well.
Yeah, banana bread ready.
Can I just come and move in with you guys right now? I'll wear an astronaut outfit. I'll wear the banana mask.
We've got the potassium ready for you. I'm sorry, continue.
So being diabetic, a banana is part of my everyday life, right? True story. I come from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So the color yellow works for the Steelers, for the Pirates, Penguins. It just worked on every level.
Our audience is always fascinated by the behind the scenes of it all. I want to know if you can tell us a secret, whether it's about your costume or about something performance or production oriented that you would not know if we had just tuned in and watched on TV.
They are so unbelievably tight about secrecy. Like when you show up, you don't leave your house unless you are Darth Vader. I mean, you have a mask, gloves. They don't even let you have to have socks on that they can't see your ankles, you know, because they have people out on the street trying to get photos, because the best thing is a spoiler, you know what I mean?
Right.
I knew almost everyone on production there, from doing different shows, from Rock of Love to Apprentice to all this different stuff, right?
Really?
So I'm walking by people that had just recently been on the road with me as crew members that were doing light rigging. So they're up there rigging the lights, and I'm a how are you doing, handshake, hug kind of guy. And that was the toughest part of this whole show, was not just going up and talking to people. You cannot speak. You go from one room to the next room, you're not talking. I was like a real life Avenger. I was like Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Everybody raise your hands, come on.
Wednesday marked the 10-year anniversary of your brain hemorrhage. What do you remember from that experience 10 years ago?
Zero idea that it would ever line up on the exact same time as a 10-year, I don't say celebration, 10-year celebration of life after the subarachnoid brain hemorrhage. They were operating on my brain while I was singing Knocking on Heaven's Door on West Coast time. So that's when I was in with the brain bleed, and they were doing everything they could to save my life. And here I am as a human banana singing Knocking on Heaven's Door. And it's just, to be honest with you, when I reflect on it, it is such an amazing, thankful, grateful feeling to be here talking with you, talking with both of you, and watch that happen at the same time. It gives you chills. It's really a crazy moment.
Your daughters were really, really young when that happened. I mean, how did that make you feel?
When I love being a dad, I love my daughters, Raine and Jorja. Knowing they were young, that was part of my fight. The minute I knew, the second I knew I came out of the coma and the operation and I knew I had a chance of surviving, I was 1,000%. They couldn't stop me. Even the doctors are like, we can't get this guy to sit. I mean, if I knew I could make it, I was going.
How is your health today?
Thank you for asking. I feel awesome. Again, lifelong diabetic and been taking 5 or 6 injections a day since I've been 6 years old. And I look at every day, like I said, with gratitude as a blessing.
I want to compliment you because you're on top of the world right now. You had success on The Masked Singer. Your career is in its peak. You're a family man. I got to ask, is there time for love?
There is time for love. I'm thinking banana of love.
Ladies, are we ready to rock the house?
We take Rock of Love to a whole new level. Think about this. We got Bret's Brew. We could have Bret's Banana Bread right there. A little Bret's. That's why I love you both. Right there. Right there.
We're OG fans.
And what we do, think of the old throwback 70s shows of like the dating game and stuff where you didn't know the person. So imagine you're in some kind of outfit, just throwing this out there, and then they have to love you for your personality. Everyone says that, but no one really means it. This would actually, you would have to be loved as a masked human being and them actually like you as a person. And then you hope when the mask comes off, the other part of the chemistry works. So banana of love.
So like The Masked Singer, but instead of a singing competition, a dating competition.
Dating show. Yeah.
I'm just throwing it. I say we all three whip this up.
I'd support it. I like it.
This is how things happen right here.
Right, can you confirm, are you single?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Okay.
No,
Right, but you are open to finding love on TV again, it sounds
well,
like.
it's not, let me say this. Let's just say I'm a family man. Let's just say I would be a great host of Banana.
Oh,
He wants to help others find love.
Yes, to help others. I would be great at giving advice that they should either listen to or completely ignore if they're smart, and then they will have great relationships.
I think you just wrote yourself a pilot in quarantine.
Well, I'm just saying, it's happening right here. We're doing it.
This rocks. We are going to have the most awesome kick-ass time.
It's been so cool, especially to see your daughter Raine's rise to fame as such a gorgeous supermodel.
Thank you.
Being the father of 2 very gorgeous girls, how are you handling all of that? Are they allowed to date? Are you tough on any potential suitors?
I'm going to say this. I've learned all my negotiating skills by having two teenage daughters. I've learned how to negotiate. First for Raine Elizabeth, she is amazing, old soul, and yes, she is out there dating, having fun. She's in Sports Illustrated as a model and doing the guest ads. And Jorja Blue is a unbelievably, like myself, she has this soul that is driven. She's a songwriter, she's a singer, she wants to act. And I said all this, I just give them encouragement and hope as a dad that you've showed them enough of how to treat people with respect, be great, but also use your gut. Something's wrong. You get a sixth sense about something that's not right. You're at a place that's bad. I said, you got to act on it. But with Jorja, she just wrote the single Unbroken with me. And she sat at that piano and really played this out and wrote it. And so for Jorja and for Raine, like I said, I'm blessed, and Christy is amazing, but I hope I gave him enough tools to be able to go through life and navigate it well.
Charlie, do you think that his daughters have watched Rock of Love?
Have they? I don't think they have. Should they?
Are they allowed to, Bret?
Are they allowed to?
You know they're sneaking that in.